Something happened in the hospital today, so I decided to share it with you people. This is between a pastor and their neighbor's child. So this pastor said he was fasting and praying in his room yesterday, being Monday, and then while he was praying in his room, his neighbor's children were playing and making noise by the passage of the rooms that they are living. According to him, is a public yard. So he came out from his own room and told them to stop playing. You know, children, after cautioning them, they stopped for some minutes, and then he entered his room to continue his praying and fasting. So in his room, while he was praying, these children again started playing, and then this time the noise was too loud, according to him. So he came out from his room and then picked up his palms, you know, palms now, took it, and then was like, I've told you people to stop playing. Like he threw his palms at them, and unfortunately this landed on the eye of a 6 years old boy. This resulted in a medical condition known as lens subluxation or dislocation. I think that was the end of his fasting and praying that yesterday. So today they brought this little boy to the hospital. After case history and some examination, that was when we found out that the crystalline lens in the eyes that is responsible. If you have been watching my video, you must have heard me mentioning crystalline lens. This particular structure in the eye is very, very important. It plays major roles in the eyes. The normal position of the crystalline lens is this way. It is being held by ciliary muscles. In lens subluxation, we are talking about the crystalline lens moving from being this way straight to this way, or this way, or whichever way, meaning that it's no longer in its original position. And after much discussion with the parents of this boy, that's the mom, was the person that was around with the pastor, we gave them two options. Number one was that we are going to carry out a surgery which will enable us to remove this crystalline lens completely. After removing it, we will then give glasses for the child to be using, especially for the right eye. This thing happened on the right eye. Then by the time this boy turns to 15 or 20, the boy will undergo another surgery, making it the second time. In this case, we can now implant an artificial lens which will replace the one that we removed. Here are the reasons why we gave this option. Not removing that crystalline lens, even though the back of the eyes is not that terrible. If we don't remove this crystalline lens now, it can lead to a medical condition known as amblyopia, because vision on the right eye is already poor and this boy is now using the left eye. So it will cause the brain to be depending on whatever the left eye sees, and whatever the right eye sees becomes useless. This was our reason for telling these people to allow the boy to undergo this surgery. Another option we gave them was to allow the boy to undergo this surgery. We'll put an artificial lens that he'll be using to see. When he's 15 or 20 years too, he will undergo another surgery where we will remove the old one, then put a new artificial lens known as IOL. Because the child is still growing as well as the eyes, the previous one might not be able to stay in the eye when this child is 15 to 20. That will be the reason for removing it and then replacing it with another artificial lens. After discussing this with the parents of this child, that's the mother and the pastor that caused this, they frowned at our decision or treatment plan, probably because they feel the child is too young to undergo surgery and all that. So I'm bringing this to you as my audience. If you were to be the parent of this child, what will be your decision? I would like you to tell me in the comment section, would you give the consent for this surgery? If no, why?